All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We had to do it. We had to do it. We get to be the bad guy today, but there's still this Badger Mole Cub floating around, and there's some new cards that allow us to do some pretty insane things. So we're gonna see if this is the craziest stuff we can actually do with the Badger Mole Cub. But no worries, there's quite a few Strixhaven cards here that get to do some work. So starting at the top, the first few spots look exactly like what we expect. There's some Gene Pollinator and some Llanowar Elves to help generate our mana. There's some Melstriders Resolve, so we do have some removal spells in here, not many. A couple of Detect Intrusion for some counters, which returning stuff to our hand isn't always terrible. We do have Badger Mole Cub, of course, to help generate that extra mana. Leyline Weaver, and so far, this looks pretty normal. We do have a couple of Archdruid's Charms to get rid of things as a catch-all and can be another removal spell. Of course, Ouroboros and the Quantum Riddler. But then we get into Germination Practicum. Now, this is a 5-mana sorcery. It's a lesson. You put 2 counters on each creature you control, and then it has Paradigm, which basically means you get to do this every turn. Yeah, just getting your creatures larger every turn. This has to be good, right? We are going to also play a Quandrix the Proof because, well, if you can get Quandrix out and you have a Germination Practicum going, well, then you get to trigger the Cascade every turn because this is a sorcery. But then we also have Craterhoof Behemoth we can just roll into Nature's Rhythm, which also works well with Quandrix because we spend a bunch of mana to get to do the thing. And then same can be said about Mind into Matter because we get to draw cards, put something on the battlefield, and so on and so on. So there's lots of cool stuff we can do with some of the new cards. We're going to see how they pay off in this list, but I have a feeling they're going to be pretty good. But before we get into that, you know what I got to tell you? If you haven't checked them out, go over to Tales of Adventure. They support the channel. The site is toamagic.com. If you use my code DRAGON, which is just DRAGN, well, you'll save 5% on whatever you get over on their website. So just use the code, save yourself some money, especially with all this new sweet stuff, because these all seem very popular from Strixhaven. But that aside, let's go play and see if these new cards really juice this Simic or Ouroboros deck that much. Yeah, this seems normal enough that we kind of have to keep it, right? Let's see what kind of bounce spells or removal spells or whatever they have. Been seeing a lot of blue decks just bouncing your first mana creature the next turn. Yep, there it is, bounce off. I've been seeing that though, so can't be too surprised. I think what I am surprised by is when they play it and it's not like a follow-up to a bunch of other like counters or anything else. Just like you're just doing it for tempo purposes and nothing else really happens. Flood Pit Drowner, you got it. So we're playing blue-green with Bounce Off and Flood Pit Drowner. Those are some cards. Do we want to bounce or remove our Weaver? That's the next question. They're thinking about it. They've got choices, apparently. Whoa. Didn't think that's what we were going to see. But alright. And they're going to bounce their... Okay. I 100% have no idea what's happening any longer. But that's okay. Let's play Badger Mole Cub. Play a Llanowar Elf. Pass the turn. We did get Germination Practicum, so we might get to resolve that. Actually, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I need one more mana. Because getting both of these off on the same turn would be gross. Or a Badger Mole Cub here would allow that also. Granted, it looks like they're leaving up something, so we're probably going to have to counter a spell anyway. Flood Pit Drowner. Sure. I have no problems with this. Alright, so what if we were to use it for green, and then we play a Badger Mole? Yeah, let's do that. Resolve your Flood Pit Drowner. I will use this to go search for another Badger Mole Cub. They're going to counter. We're going to detect intrusion. No, 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 friend. We do not like such things. Let's just tap this for a single blue. And then... counter the Spell Pierce. We'll return our tapped creature. I don't know what shenanigans they're up to, but they're playing a very weird, like, Simic tempo whatever pile. And we're going to try to avoid all that nonsense. Alright, so we're going to go get another Badger Mole Cub. Try to draw land. Wrong land. We did, Monkey's Paw. Should have asked for an untapped land. So, we're going to be left with 3 mana? Dang it. Really needed that land to be untapped. Ah, well. Such is life. Alright. Well, do what you will now, opponent. This is gross, even if they have their own Ouroboros. Like... So, we will try an Ouroboros first. I'm assuming you have at least one real counter. Because nothing else would make sense. Alright, there's the 3 steps ahead. So now we can do whatever we want. Alright. So we're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 mana. So we do this for 6 and this for 5. So we can go get... I mean, I guess we go get Craterhoof, but that's no fun. We want to do the fun thing. So let's go get an Ouroboros. I think this is correct. Yeah, and we'll untap the Weaver anyway. And then we'll play this, because that seems crazy. Alright, we will go to the attack step with all this extra mana. And we'll attack for lethal piles. No matter how you block, that's lethal, opponent. Man, Practicum and Ouroboros in the same turn? That hardly seems fair. That's really good. Yeah, then we would just have been stacking tokens or counters every turn. And the best part is, if you're playing against somebody, even if they have like sweepers or whatever, just every creature is automatically +2, +2, +2. So it makes everything like constant threats. Yeah, this looks like pretty standard fare. Nothing really to complain about here. Black-green land. Okay. With the texture of our hand, let's go ahead and just play the Pollinator. Because if Pollinator dies, that's fine. If not, we can play Leyline Weaver into Llanowar Elf, and that's pretty nice. Now, admittedly, they can have whatever the new Withering Boon or whatever that thing is that, like, gives everything -2, -2. Like, that would suck. But if it is, it is. Hey, gonna make us discard. Sounds good. I mean, you probably take Ouroboros. I was gonna say. Anything else would be kind of weird. Ew, was not expecting to see you. Damn, now I wish I would have had a Llanowar Elf out there. Oh, boy. Do we... Because I was thinking maybe find a way to leave up Detect Intrusion, but maybe we don't. Maybe we just do this into Llanowar Elf. And then, if they sweep our board, we at least have Badger Mole Cub into some creature, and we'll just see what happens. -2 across the board would make sense. Nope, it's a Furduck Core. Alright. So now we will go ahead with a Badger Mole Cub. You know, this is kind of an interesting scenario where we could, I guess, tap for green. If I want to tap the Badger Mole Cub, I guess I could get green from this. And then let's just get rid of the Furduck Core. And then we'll just leave up Detect Intrusion, I guess. Instant Sorcerer, return... So I'd have to return something. Alright, sure. Attack for 2 with the Weaver. I mean, we need to draw one of our hitters. We have infinite mana right now. Any of our X spells would be good, but... Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, let's just counter that. Since we generate 2 mana. Ooh, we did not do well. We did not do well. Alright, well, everybody in the pool, I guess. Like, nothing we can do about it. We missed. Kind of sucks to suck. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, is that enough? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, this will untap. So, yeah. Only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's everything. Wow. That game was ugly. That didn't feel good. That was like we got a win, but it was mostly on the back of the Archdruid's Charm and the Intrusion. But all we did really is play mana creatures until the last turn, for the most part. Ugh. We have to mulligan that, right? There's no way we could keep that. I'm gonna... I feel like I'm just keep Quandrix, but I'm gonna keep Mind into Matter, just since it's a new card, and we'll try it out. Get to play with it. Maybe get to play with it. I mean, we'll see. Weaver, probably going to get bounced back to our hand. Yes, of course. Why would it do anything else? Alright, so here's the thing. We are pretty certain they're probably just going to play our favorite 4/3 creature here. Okay, well, they had a tap land, so we didn't get to see it this turn. Okay, so what do? I really need a 3-power creature so we can fight something with this. So here's what we're going to do. It's a little bit weird, but let's play Badger Mole Cub, see if it resolves. And then pass the turn? I mean, if they bounce our Badger Bowl, well, I guess we're not totally cooked. We can still play the Detect Intrusion for 1. No, it's a stock up. Wow. I thought they were going to play Kona. And I was ready to counter Kona's ability, and then we were going to hope to find enough power to fight a Kona. That's kind of what our strategy was. Oh, this is unfortunate. I don't have a way to leave blue mana up if I want to play Ouroboros. Damn. What if I go get a Llanowar Elf? Which is rough. But what if we get a Llanowar Elf with the Nature's Rhythm? And then... I don't love this. But... yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because we can't be down the Intrusion, unfortunately. Yeah, just X equals 1. That's sad. But alright. Alright, pass the turn. I could have gambled on Mind into Matter, but it would have been real terrible. Alright, you have a Kona. Yep. We will attempt to counter Kona's ability. Wow! Whoo! That's crazy that the opponent just went, well, I don't get to do my free thing. I guess it's game over. Like, we still weren't out of the woods, because I was probably going to have to Ouroboros just to turn something into a 3-power creature. Then use a Maelstrid's Resolve so I could fight the Kona. Still leave up the other Detect Intrusion, but we might have started pulling away after that. With just 2 mana, by the way. We never, or 2 lands. We never found more than that. So That was where identifying the opponent's deck and having patience paid off. Oh boy, let's keep it. And we'll just see if we can turn this into anything, because I have no idea. Donatello's technique. Wow. Okay. Don't know what that means for us. But we're just going to attack. Donatello's technique. So you're playing some amount of creatures because you're trying to sneak somewhere along the way. Testing to see what type of counters or whatnot they have. I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm not going to do anything. Like, why are we playing Donatello's technique? Are we just playing it straight up to draw 2 cards? That seems a little weird. Like, I guess it's possible. So if we tap this... Alright, sure. Let's get a counter out of their hand. No counter. Just to get lost. Okay. Very interesting, to say the least. Nature's Rhythm. We'll leave that on top. So if they decide to sweep the board, we can go right into having other things. I don't hate that. I mean, you have stuff. It's just, what is your stuff? Want to flash something in? Nope. Thought maybe it could have been a Wan Shi Tong or something. And sweep the board. Oh, it's a High Noon. Huh. Well, that's a problem. Don't know if we can win from here, folks. This is bad for us. Alright. Just kind of need to encourage the opponent to do something. I assume they're going to sweep the board next turn. And we can mind into matter. Yeah, so that's fine. Like, see if we hit something. Actually, you know what? Let's just go with Ouroboros. Like, why not? I mean, I was like, I assume they have things, but you still got to make them play the things, you know? And counter this. Alright. I guess we got a Badger Mole then. We can live with that, actually. That could have been a lot worse. Okay. Badger Mole again. Just gonna put counters on the same thing. Don't need another Mind into Matter, I don't think. I don't know, maybe we do. No, we need more mana. There's a good chance they're just gonna Ultima again. Yeah, exactly. So not a surprise. We saw that coming. I guess we go ahead for 2. Probably gonna find 2 land at this point, though. Spectral Sailor. Alright, I mean, it does allow you to draw cards. Oh, that was a nice hit. Not mad at that. Okay. So I guess this is where the Donatello's technique comes in. Were you... I don't know. It's a weird situation. Let's play Badger Mole Cub. Put the counter on the Willow Rush Verge. And then we're going to leave up a Detect Intrusion. Assuming we don't lose both our tapped creatures here, because that would be wild. Alright. Sure. Got him, coach. Counter. I will return a Badger Mole Cub. Because they can't counter back. You can only play one spell a turn because of your own card there, Mr. High Noon. Yeah, go attacking. Got him! Yeah, that's a hard one to win, y'all. I don't know how we got there because we felt like we were just stuck on land. Opponent got off 2 Ultimas, a couple of get lost, a couple of bounce offs. I think really it only works because we got the Detect Intrusion to stop a sweeper on their turn. If we don't get that, I'm not sure how we get there unless we draw Bossing Say, probably. Ooh, well, this is rough. I'm going to mulligan. Probably should have kept the first hand. All right, well, what's done is done. We're going to keep the Mind into Matter since, you know, it's the new card. Wouldn't hurt to draw some land, though, deck. It would be very helpful. Yep, you have a Moon Shadow. Which means I'm probably soon to not have a Badger Mole Cub, but that's okay. I mean, we could Badger Mole into a Detect Intrusion, and then maybe go nuts with the Mind into Matter. I think here I was going to say they might be deciding to set up a discard engine or kill Badger Mole. Which was great for us, by the way. So then I'd have 3 mana on a Verge. Just how big of a gamble are we willing to take? Is what this is. Do I go for Weaver? Because next turn we have 3, 6, 7 mana. If we play Weaver, we'd have 9. Well, I don't know. We'd probably lose a Badger Mole Cub, so let's just pass. And let's just see what they do. They're playing Mardu. So, let's counter that. Then they can discard, attack, do whatever silliness they want to do. Looks like they are just attacking at the moment. No blocks. I'm not interested in that line of work. Okay, Llanowar Elf, you are not the card we're looking for. All right, so we're going to have 7 mana. 3, 6, and 1. Or 3, 3, and 1. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see what we can find. Draw 5 and we get to put something 5 or less onto the battlefield. Okay. Not the craziest thing, but we get a Quantum Riddler. And we'll play Llanowar Elf. And we might as well attack. What's the most the opponent could do? 3, discard. That's 4, 5, 6. Maybe from and 7, 8. Yeah, this is probably fine. We weren't going to block with the Badger Mole Cubs anyway. Actually, if they don't get rid of our Badger Mole Cubs, which they probably will, but if they don't, then we could search for a... Oh yeah, we're actually going to get to do it. By the way, I have a Boros deck like this with no black in it, but we'll probably be featuring that in a couple days. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no blocks. Whatever, do your thing. So I think, because this is 3, 6, 9, Yeah, we just go search for... let's go get Craterhoof. And then we'll just hoof it up. That'll be 7 creatures. Alright. That'll do. Yeah, so as it turns out, Mine into Matter didn't necessarily win the game, but because we were able to dig into all those cards, and one of them was a Archdruid's Charm, it actually helped us get there. Actually, I guess it really did, because it let us play a Llanowar Elf and get another creature out, and then the Craterhoof and everything allowed us to get the win. So it was a little bit of all the parts coming together. I think we'll try this. It's not a great hand, but it's something. Oh, no. Oh, that deck's going to be so scary for us. We played a version of this, and without an early removal spell or something, it's going to get out of hand real fast. Oh, that's not good. That's very, very bad. Well, I guess we'll do the only thing we can do. But boy, this is looking ugly. Yeah. Man, this was not the time to gamble on a hand. Yeah, we're pretty much cooked. Like, we don't have anything relevant we could play next turn. Like, this is bad. Yeah, we're pretty much done. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them the GGs. We got nothing. Okay, well, this looks like standard fare. I was just thinking in that control deck, or the deck we played against the High Noon, even if we got a Bossing Say, would have been in trouble, because I think they already had a Demolition Field. So, kind of things worked out in that game, but we got a bit lucky. Turn you into a thing. Hey, a new subscriber. Thank you. All right. Do we just Nature's Rhythm for our own? Let's see. If we Rhythm for a Cub, and then Rhythm again for... Oh my gosh, we have so much mana. So we tap these two. We could Rhythm for Cub. This untaps. Then we have access. The Cub will turn this into a mana. So then we have 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, alright. I mean, I guess that's a thing we do. For 2. Badger Mole. And then that leaves us 3, 6, 9. And then we can tap for 10, 11 mana. What can we go get for 7? I guess it's just... yeah. Alright, let's just go get Ouroboros, I guess. I'm just thinking if there's anything else. We could... No. Ouroboros is probably still the best thing. If I waited... Because I can only tap 1 creature to this, right? Yeah. If I waited a turn, we can go get Craterhoof. 3, 6, 9, 5. Yeah. Alright. Tap this Knucklehead, I guess. Go get an Ouroboros. Could just play this, too. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that was going to be dumb. Then just play Quantum Riddler, draw up 2 cards, then pump everything. We're still attacking with the Badger Mole Cub. Yeah, just too far ahead. Part of me wants to keep this because we drew 2 of the new cards, but also we are smart enough to know we have to mulligan this. Yeesh. Alright, well, not great. We'll see what happens, though. Nope, didn't find a 1 mana thing. Ah, boy. Really needed that. don't think there's much we can do. If they're not casting anything, it means they're probably leaving up removal. Oh, boy. Alright, we'll just go with the Weaver. Let them play their removal spell. Because what else are we going to do? Alright, they used a good removal spell on it. It wasn't like it got hit with Requiting Hex. So that's solid. Okay, well, this is disappointing. Is there anything they would play that we would get to counter with this? Probably not. Let's just pass. They might just play Ouroboros here and not much of anything we can do about it. Or do they have a handful of removal? I mean, that's the other option, I guess. Alright, if we mind into matter, what happens? Do we draw 2, get something, it dies? We do have 2 more cards. What if we just Riddler? See if we find something else of value. If not, we can, I guess, technically keep the Riddler alive? Alright, there's no Boroid. That's more interesting. Yeah, I think we just let it ride. If you would like to kill my Riddler and keep me from playing it later, so be it. I'm assuming their hand is just a bunch of removal or rooms or something, because, like, what are we doing? You know what? What if we just kept them from using that? Is that worthwhile? Probably. If they're willing to play it at this stage of the game, that's probably true. Don't know that to be true, but it's probably true. That they were really wanting to use that. Now, I could have been over-aggressive with that card there, and it's probably okay to let them just search for something. But, things being what they are, we're going to try this out. So, if we mind into matter for 2... I guess the question is, do we want to play Ouroboros and Elf, or do we want to just try for the Riddler? I think either way, we're going to take 2. And we're going to go... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to mind into matter. Let's do this for 2. Because I feel like if we hit a Badger Mole or something, there's a chance the opponent would use a removal on that. Ah, we didn't get it anyway. That's tough. Alright, well, we tried. We do get to advance our mana, play our tap land this turn anyway, so that's cool. Man, we were so close. We were so close to making some things happen. Alright, they found the Requiting Hex. I was hoping that was going to be a real 2-mana removal spell that would not, so they wouldn't have that for the Ouroboros, but here we are. They might just go get an Ouroboros and play it here. Because I would. Wow, you're playing Armagon. Alright. You got it. Oh gosh, that's way too late. Dang it. Guess I should have gambled on our own Ouroboros on the previous turn. Yeah, opponent's got this one. Alright, GG's. Sure, why not? Just kind of doing the thing, going through the motions. With the Momo. Green, white. Alright. Do. And black. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, this will be fun. Hadn't got to play against this deck yet. Moseo's such a cool card, man. Alright. And then we will... Oh, an opponent says that's it. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, granted, we were going to start pulling away there, playing Ouroboros and a Pollinator, and then after that, just start stacking up stuff. So, yeah, that's tough because the opponent was starting to have a pretty good thing. If they even had a one or two spot removal cards, which I guess they don't, like this could have still been a fun game for them. But I really want to see Maseo in action a little bit more. Okay, we'll keep. This is kind of basic. Studious first year. That's cool to see that getting some play. Do. Now, assuming we're just going to go search for a land with our rampant growth. All green mana. That's interesting. I was assuming they would have went and found whatever other color they were looking for. But apparently that's not a thing. So what are we afraid of the opponent playing here with 4 green? Is it just ramp into Ouroboros? I mean, that could be the case. Maybe. And if they do, can we race with our Ouroboros? Oh no. Zamon's Experiments. What? So they put a land into play and found a Trudge. Whew. Okay. Not sure what's about to happen to us, but feels like whatever it is probably going to be bad. Let's go ahead and play the Ouroboros. And attack? Wonder if there's a way where if I would have tapped, played the Badger Molt. No, I wouldn't have had the mana to do it differently. I was thinking if there was a way we could have left up Intrusion. All right, you have a 6/6. This looks like they built the deck mostly out of just the new set, which might be the case. But we all know double Ouroboros is still good. Yep, that should do it. Yeah, a little surprised to see somebody try that at Diamond. This is all cards from Strixhaven, so not really anything stronger being played, but I don't know, maybe they just missed their key cards. They could have a pile of Ouroboros and other stuff too. Maybe they just didn't draw them. But yeah, I thought about Zamon's Experiment, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's actually neat because it can put the lands onto the battlefield, which is kind of cool. And you get your choice of 2 creatures and or lands, but I think it's going to remain to be seen how good the card is. But it's an interesting card nonetheless. Yeah, I feel like people are about to be mad at this deck. Yeah, this is just really good, man. No real complaints. Whatever the record is, I'll try to get it on screen here. Again, I don't think it's gangbusters. You know, I don't think this is going to be like, hey, go run out with this. You're going to be like 10-2, whatever. But still a very solid winning percentage. And I think between Mind into Matter, the Nature's Rhythm, and the Archdruid's Charm, you almost always have access to whatever you want or need, right? You can generate enough mana. And even if not, we had times where just like, man, we just need to Mind into Matter for like 3. And sometimes it's just cool. That helped me find a land I need. That put a thing onto the battlefield. And now I have a whole turn set up to go next turn. Or after the opponent sweeps the board, you Mind into Matter for like 4 or 5 cards. Now you have cards to keep up with a control deck. You also got, I don't know, Riddler or an Ouroboros or whatever. And now you're just right back to doing your thing. And then, of course, like we didn't get to see the Practicum all that much. But man, when it went off, oh, that card's so good. It makes all your mana creatures not bad, I think is the biggest thing, right? Because you do have a lot of times where, I mean, we're playing 4, 8, 12, 16 mana creatures effectively. And there's some times where you get to turn 8, turn 10, and you draw one of those cards. They're not that good, right? But if you have a Practicum already going off, it's like, great. Even my Weaver just starts out as a 4/4. And then when I'm ready to attack with it the next turn, it's a 6/6, right? So it's just a little thing, but it makes so big of a difference in a deck like this. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Quandrix the Proof go off. I think we only drew it once, and then another time we mulliganed it away. But I think the card's still actually pretty sweet. If anything, I might try to find a way to get another Bossing Say into the list. I think that could be very useful. But other than that, yeah, this was solid. I don't really have any complaints. It did what it was supposed to do. Turns out, Mind into Matter, still a very good card. It does exactly what we thought. The rest of the deck obviously is still good. We just kind of added in Practicum, Quandrix, Mind into Matter from the versions that already existed previously. But yeah, if you hated this deck, you're probably going to hate it a lot more. If you love this deck, awesome. You got some new tools. Either way, this link's going to be over on Moxfield, so y'all can download it and give it a go. But yeah, I would probably, if you already have the parts for this deck, I would consider crafting a couple of these extra pieces and playing it, because I think this could be a good one to ladder with. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.